Hello friends, welcome to my bedroom makeover renovation video. What you're seeing now is my before video of my bedroom. As you can see, it's kind of just like a lot of my childhood stuff in here. Things I don't use, books I don't read, clutter that makes it difficult for me to relax. I can't have a lot of clutter, it just stresses me out. So my goal with this little makeover was to make a room where I feel more comfortable and creative and just more calm. So let's begin. Oh no. God. Yours is out. Shopping for paint. Coachella. So this crushed nutmeg here.
So is that the medium colour compared to all of them?
Because like silken stockings is the second one, but it's more cool.
On that by the window?
I don't know where. I think the best thing to do is like roll them out. I think this is a good light colour.
Yeah. So one here. Yeah. Along that.
This will work better because then the headboard will be flat and I'll have a gap to charge your phone. So I keep the wardrobe. I'm going to put a desk here. Yeah, and I'll be facing like this way. I'm currently sorting through like my beauty products kind of thing. I keep it all stuffed in this drawer. I'm just so used to having two separate places I'm living with separate products that now it's all together. It's so much. Who needs this much nail varnish? To be fair, like a lot of my things, like these nail varnishes, my sister gave to me when I was younger and then I just kept them. So they're just unused for years and I would never buy them. So I'm just gonna keep the ones I know I'm gonna use because otherwise it's just clutter that's gonna sit there for longer, you know? I'm literally on the first shelf. I even made a real coffee to get me through this. I already have a headache. So the plan is to, as I take everything out of my room so I can paint the walls, I'm going through everything to see if I actually want it. And then I'll go through them again when I bring them back in my room. And that way, nothing will make it unless I actually need it, will use it, value it, etc. I've got a lot to do and organise. At this point, I am just emptying my bedroom, dragging everything into the spare bedroom, trying to figure out what to keep versus give to charity versus sell versus where do I put this? I forgot I even had this, I don't need this. So it took a while. And the day came, 30th of July, I got my dad's help and we started stripping the wallpaper. That's what this is. It's like a steaming machine that steams off the wallpaper. And we put my old bed against the window to kind of see how my new one would look and if it would fit, and I liked it. I thought it was cute, so this is where the bed ends up going. I'm once again cycling through my possible shades and then we started with the steamer. And to be honest, I thought this would take way longer than it did, but it was actually pretty easy and we unearthed this pink shade from when I was about 5 years old. So, who knew? I had completely forgotten that was under there, to be honest. We also decided to give away some of my furniture, like my bookshelf and my desk, because I'd had it for so long and I knew it didn't fit what I wanted and how I wanted the room to be. So, and then suddenly my dad was saying like, this carpet won't match your neutral tones, your warm tones, and he just kind of ripped it up and I was in shock. I'm kind of just like, what's happening? What do I do now? I have no carpet, I need to buy a new floor. And I hadn't thought I was getting a new floor at any point And then we went to get our paint mix. Normally I would have painted the walls myself, but because we were doing the ceiling and above the wardrobe and also redoing the skirting gloss, the windowsill, the door, we decided to get the room professionally painted by our friend. So we hired him and he did it for us in a couple of days, but my dad filled in the holes in the walls and I thought I was going to help, but then he just did it alone, which is something he does a lot. Doesn't trust other people to do a good job.
Enw,
Screwdriver neu Phillips.
hwn ydi Phillips, a wedyn gyda ti flathead.
Dyna fe dwi efo.
Why is it called a Phillips?
Dim yn menydd. The next day I went to look at floor. So we looked at carpets, kind of like lino and tiles and all sorts of things, and I hadn't really considered that I didn't have to get a carpet, and I'd always dreamed of having wooden floors, but I knew that wasn't really in the budget, and then I bought a second-hand canvas. When I first saw the new wall colour, I thought I'd made a mistake because it seemed so drastic and dark and quite patchy, but once it had dried up, it looked a lot nicer, I felt, and it wasn't such a shock. I have a floor. 13 days later, my floor was fitted and I immediately started moving things back in because the last 13 days I had just spent sitting on the sofa waiting, watching K-drama. I felt like I couldn't work or relax properly, so it was really good to finally have my new floor, and I think it is so beautiful and warm and actually looks like wood, even though it's not. It's like a sticky floor. They stuck it on with spray glue. Here's me just decorating with some things. My rug from Urban Outfitters. My bedside table is a crate I got from like a relics shop. And here I am building my desk, which was honestly, I wouldn't even call it building. It took a lot more effort to unbox it, and then all you have to do is screw the legs on, so it was pretty easy, but I had to drag this up the stairs myself and it was a bit heavy, but we got there in the end, and it's actually not a desk at all, it's a vanity, but it kind of matched the vibes I wanted. There's a lot of wood in this room, and at first I was kind of worried like all these different shades of wood that don't match, will it look bad? But to be honest, I've gotten used to it pretty fast, and I'm just liking the warm tones everywhere. It's quite calming. And I like it being empty. My mum keeps saying, aren't you going to hang things on the wall? Don't you need this? Don't you need a bookshelf? And I'm like, nope, I want nothing. I want my head to be clear and calm. And I've made this little art corner with a little cart and easel, and then we assembled the bed, which was actually just the bed from the guest room, so we just swapped my old bed with that bed. And then the next few days I kind of just kept moving things back in. Slowly I decided to put these books at the end of my bed instead of getting a bookshelf, and overall it was just trying to figure out how can I decorate this room while also keeping it clean and empty and relaxing for me. Hello, welcome to my new room. I was editing all day and now it's dark and I need to do my little room tour in the dark. But I've taken a lot of photos in the last few weeks, so I thought I could kind of talk through them. So starting with my bedside table, like I said in the video, it's just like a milk crate sort of thing. I got it in an antique shop and it was, I think, £15, which is actually quite expensive for a wooden crate, but it was in very good condition, so I didn't mind paying for that instead of buying an actual bedside table or like a nightstand. I just have my journal, my planner, my current book, and then my jewellery dish, and as well a little lamp. My parents got me this as a gift in London. It's kind of like it comes unassembled and you can paint the paper and then you fold it and it makes a light, but I didn't want to paint mine. I just kind of wanted it to be blank and neutral, which is a reoccurring theme in here. I wanted things to be really simple. So number one, yes, I can build upon them in the future, but also just because too much going on overwhelms me easily. So I like things to just be fresh and simple and clean. And then I just have a little bamboo coaster that I took from downstairs and my water. I've not been drinking enough water recently, so I really need to get back to that. The bed is from the guest room and it was actually my older sister's bed before she moved out. I think it's just an IKEA bed frame from a few years ago and we just moved it in here. Bedding is from Urban Outfitters and I tried to buy things second hand or like vintage or just use what I already had, but most of the things I bought new ended up being from Urban Outfitters, but I didn't really realise I was doing that because it was separate purchases over several months. Like my rug I bought like 6 months ago because I knew I wanted to have a new room. And so when I saw that the rug was on sale, I bought it. So I saved money, but I also didn't mean to buy everything from Urban Outfitters. But yeah, I like the bedding. You see it a lot on Pinterest, but it's this like £300 one. And I think the Urban Outfitters is almost like a knockoff version of that. But I'm fine with that. I don't have £300 to spend on bedding, unfortunately. So, and I just have my Mr. Bear and I have my chargers on the socket on this wall. I have my little art corner. I got my easel from a second-hand furniture shop, which I did show in the video. I think it was £25, but it's completely brand new and unused. So I feel like that was a pretty good deal for floor length, for a full-length easel. And the little cart I bought as well, and I did assemble it, but I assembled it on a day I kind of had a rough day and I really didn't feel like filming anything, but I wanted to assemble my little cart, so I was like, I'm just going to do it without filming. And it was pretty easy to put together, again, from Urban Outfitters. They should sponsor me. But yeah, it's like actually a bathroom cart, but I just used it for my art supplies. I've got some canvases on the floor next to it, but I'm going to buy some bigger blank ones and have them around as well. And I thought when I do paint things that I'm actually proud of, I can put them up. Maybe not though, I kind of like the walls being blank. And then I guess the final thing to talk about is my desk, which is just behind the camera, so that's where I'm looking. And it's a vanity. I think this is like the first big adult purchase I've ever done. Okay, the first one was when I bought my blender a few months ago in uni, but my vanity was like furniture, and I feel like that is like a massive adult purchase. So I was proud of that, but I'm using it as a desk, not a vanity. It has two drawers, and in the middle compartment it kind of like lifts so I can store my laptop and stuff in there. And the chair is just my old office chair. I wanted to make sure I had kind of like a good 90-degree thing going on, so I bought the Apple trackpad thing that you use instead of a mouse, and also an Apple keyboard, so I could put my laptop on the stand, have my arms relaxed, my back straight, legs straight, just like 90 degrees like this. and then your eyesight on the laptop is in line with your eyes, so you're completely straight. Because I'm going to be doing a lot of work on the laptop. So I wanted to make kind of like a space where there's a lot of room for me to be creative, and I often feel like I will procrastinate even if it's something I want to do. So instead of being creative and making a video or editing or finding inspiration or trying new fonts or taking an editing class, I will look for other things to do. If there's a clutter, I will clean it. Polish the skirting boards, I don't know. But I always tend to find things to focus on instead of doing what I really want. And it's like a little form of self-sabotage almost, because I like really want to do something, but it's like I don't want to let myself do it because I think I should focus on other things more, even if they are way less important to me. But I wanted just this space to be, focusing on things I love. So like I've got all my books at the bottom of the bed, I've got my little office area, I've got my art corner, I have this nice little empty bedside table. And here to the right, I've got a storage console, which is something I had before I redid my room. And I wouldn't have brought this back in, I would have figured out another way to store things, but I have my leopard gecko tank on top of the console, and it needs to be above the floor because it has a heat mat. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before, but I have a lizard. He's called Charmander. He lives here, so that is what is going on there. But yeah, things to add. Number one, blinds or a curtain or something, and also a lampshade. Other than that, I think I'm done. I really don't know anything else I could add, but as time goes on, I'm sure I'll find something. Because there used to be a television here, but I decided to not put it back because, well, I wouldn't be able to watch it from bed anyway, and also I thought it was a distraction. But now I'm kind of thinking maybe I can get a projector so that when I'm working at my desk, I can like have stuff projecting in the background, like music videos or like other stuff. The pizza's here. Sorry, my parents asked me to order them a pizza for when they come home, and it just arrived, so I had to sprint to get it because they always leave really fast if you don't answer the door. Oh, my heart's beating. I think that goes over everything. There might be a bit of an echo going on because there is just a lot of emptiness. And now I can see out the window at night. It's really nice. There's like this big shiny star I look at when I'm trying to sleep, and I just feel so grateful. I had a lot of help from my dad, and luckily he knows how to do like literally everything. I would say the hardest bit was number one, waiting 2 weeks for my floor, because it was just kind of like soul destroying. Every day they'd say, oh, we'll come today, and then they didn't, and I had no floor and I couldn't do anything, and I kind of just felt like I was stuck in limbo. And number two, carrying my desk up the stairs alone was very difficult, and I had to kind of like diagonally push it up the stairs, like, which I definitely shouldn't be doing, but I got there in the end. So here we are. Room is done. Hoping to draw a lot of inspiration from here, read a lot, draw a lot, be happy, and hopefully figure out my angles for this room soon, because when you move into like a new space, it's hard to know what angles are good. Like when I was living in my flat before, I knew exactly where I could put the tripod and what it would capture and how the lighting would look like and if the audio would be okay and stuff like that. But now I've got no idea. Like, is there an echo right now? I don't know, I hope not. There might be though. I just need some time to figure things out, but hopefully things will be better soon. Newsletters starting again soon. More videos, more focused videos, and trying to just be better, and improve. And get back to learning Japanese because I'm planning a trip to Japan. But I'm so grateful again just for everyone watching, because you funded my desk, my first adult purchase. Yes, good things to come. Happy happy to be here, grateful for everyone, grateful for everything and opportunity, and just going to try my best and be happy and be thankful every day and live in the moment and take one day at a time. That is all I have to say. So now I'm going to edit this and upload it overnight on my very, very bad Wi-Fi, which is something I've really not gotten used to yet. Maybe it's just a sign to read more. I don't know. I'm rambling now. Okay, goodbye. See you next week. Mwah.